Good morning, Mr. K.
Yeah, good morning, Eric.
Mm. Today we discuss about uh, the virtual tour. Mm.
Yep.
And yeah, I believe you have watched the video, and the video is something like uh, they use a specialized camera, and then they can record 360 degree of the
Mm.
site. Yeah,
Yep.
and then and then when you watch the video, when you move your phones or you can touch the screens. Yeah, you
Mm.
can you can uh, try to adjust and then try to see the part you want to see. Yeah, and then it is 360 degree.
Mm.
Yeah, so it is not just a pure video, and you can only passively receive the information. You can actively involve and immerse into the video and then do what you want because you can see around. Mm.
Yep.
And also, the YouTube also supports one of the function which is you can if you have the VR headset or VR glasses and you connect to your phones or you connect to your phones and then you can like kind of like really see the thing. Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, what's your opinion about this technology?
Mm. Yep. This technology, I think this is a very big thing. It can relate to almost every areas in our life, and I think if this continue and it can change our life. For example, let's say we go shopping, we go attend class, uh, we go to watch a movie, we go on holiday, we hang out with friends, we go exercise. I think everything, almost everything, uh, can can be related to this. Yeah, can relate to this. Uh, yeah, as long as this technology become more common and affordable, which, for example, it require firstly it requires special type of camera, right? Just now we mentioned it cannot
Mm,
be use our smartphone to take this kind of video. Yeah, so I think this is a big thing. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, but to okay, something I'm not sure. Um, do everyone need to record the 360 degree video? Of course, I totally not sure, and um, because you know why?
Mm.
10 years ago, nobody would think everyone would record the video and then share to other people. Not everyone need to create a content. And
Mm.
but you look at nowadays, so many people create content every day, and then they
Mm.
upload to YouTube, and everyone can be a creator. Everyone can be the viewer. Mm. And yeah, first I'm not sure whether in future we can like uh have this kind of experience.
Mm. For
Yeah.
everyone.
But maybe this is a trend. Maybe
Mm. Yeah.
it could be a trend.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think.
And also you want to incorporate the 360 degree camera into your phones.
Yeah.
This is not something impossible to do,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have phones which the lens of the camera can actually comes out from the top. I don't know whether you have seen
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, if they can do that, then I think 360 degree is not impossible.
Mm. Yeah. And also look uh yeah, look at our phones. Look at the look at the latest phones, the
Mm.
newest versions. Oh, sorry, I missed the newest model.
Mm.
And no matter it is the iPhones, no matter it is the Android phones,
Mm.
they try to keep improving the camera. And if you ask me, two years ago, I asked one of my friends because he he bought a very expensive phone. Is it
Mm,
called Huawei? Yeah, the branch of Huawei. And I
yeah.
asked, yeah, the camera is so powerful, and then you can zoom in 30 times or 20 times.
Mm,
Yeah, and yeah, although after you zoom in so much, it is not so clear, but uh, it is it can be improved. Mm.
mm,
But I asked him, do you think consumer really needs so high resolutions of the camera? What is
mm,
the real use case? Mm. And then wouldn't it just be like the something redundant and something like grab your eyeball and then actually have no real use case?
mm. Yeah.
Mm.
More than enough to some people.
Yeah, and also uh, the function, uh, I want to say the function already uh, more than enough for us to use. Yeah, you look at the camera maybe like 10 years ago, the
Mm,
phone, our smartphone camera 10 years ago, 7 years ago,
mm,
3 years ago, 1 years ago, the resolution and then uh, the camera resolution is keep improving, and now the the cheapest phones can outperform mm, the best phones 10 years ago, no
mm.
doubt.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can see, yeah, this is an improvement, but why? Why people want to buy the most expensive phones, the latest phone? Why they don't just wait? And because first thing is like kind of like become a bottleneck. And the bottleneck is not just about the technology, it's about our usage. Yeah. We really have no other real use case uh, by utilize this high resolution camera.
Mm,
Mm.
yep.
And yeah, maybe you can say you can record something, you can like create content. Yeah, you are right. But yeah, of course, now everyone can create a content, but not everyone will create a content.
Mm,
Mm. So there is a market. Yeah,
mm,
the market is not as big as uh the whole smartphone industry.
mm,
So that means maybe some of the phones have can try to find their niche markets, and then try to specialize the camera, but I don't see the point that every latest phones, every phone manufacturer company focus on the camera and try to improve it on their all latest newest phone model. This is
mm,
what I'm trying to say. Mm.
mm.
Yeah,
And
but now
mm,
it seems like mm, now okay, I still don't know the high resolution camera why uh how we can utilize this capability. But maybe we can think like this is just a transition.
mm,
It could be a transition to the 360-degree camera.
yep.
Mm,
Mm, yeah. They are related, right?
mm.
Mm,
Because it's a technology breakthrough.
mm, yes.
Yeah. So
Mm,
what's your opinion? And because your son will say it can change our life, this technology,
yep.
and how it can change our life.
I think mostly is for some events or activities which we need to present at the place. Yeah, and with this technology, if it is like mature enough, it really can help us to save a lot of commuting works, yeah, and then save our times. We don't have to take transportation and then go to the physical places. We can just maybe stay home and then do many things. Yep. And
Mm,
for example, people may like to go and attend some yoga classes. With this technology, I think it is not difficult for you to maybe stay at home or at your in your room with your yoga mat, and then you can just follow the teacher, and then it seems like you are in front of the teacher, so you can still do it. And
mm,
it actually also break it also take away many limitation, yeah, which previously even for right now maybe we cannot do, but with this technology we can actually break limitation. One I can think of is when you are watching, you are seeing a movie, yeah, a movie right now at least, it is still something passive, right? We see what the movie maker want us to see, so we couldn't change. Let's say right now, uh, uh, there is options whether to run away or to fight with the your opponent, then we couldn't choose. Uh, Even if the movie maker want to make it, it has its limitation. But with this technology, maybe the movie maker break the limitation. They can create different outcomes, uh, and let the audience to make the decision, make the and even make the audience involved in the movie. Yeah,
yeah, I think you go too far from this technology. This is because this is just this technology is just using the camera to record down the environment,
mm.
and then
Yeah, what I
uh,
say is related to VR and AR already, right?
and this is called metaverse. This is a very popular term. You heard it every day right now.
Mm.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah, and okay, about this, I think if you want to if you want to achieve the real time interaction, okay, just now you say that okay, you can have your own yoga mat, and then you can do the yoga at your home,
Mm.
and then uh, but why uh wouldn't you just look at the video or look at the Zoom classes that you attend the Zoom classes or attend some live classes? It also can achieve. Do you really need the 360-degree uh side?
Yeah, I think that is the improvement of experience.
Mm.
With
And then
for
yeah,
human, we like
and
interact.
then yeah, and then do you and yeah, so there's another. I think this is a this is a this is something like kind of like impossible to do it. You know why? Mm, because you want the interaction. Okay, and then uh okay, you can interact with the teacher, but you can't interact with other students. Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Uh, if the student uh go to the physical class and then they are there and being recorded down by the 360-degree camera, uh, you are able to interact with them. But if they are not around there, how the 360-degree camera capture the people are not around there? If it is
Yeah,
a real human, is and it's not a ghost.
yeah. I think that is like you say, another technology already, uh, which is something similar to just now you say. Actually, I'm not very familiar with that. Um,
Yeah. Mm. So
yeah,
so
people been to a
no, I mean
virtual.
no, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you use a logical thinking. Something that cannot be captured by the camera will not appear, right?
Mm.
This is just a logic, and this is a fact. You cannot change it. unless you film the ghost. Yeah. And so that means if you want to take photo, you need to have the scenes. Yeah. Let's say you want to take a photo of a flower. So first thing you need to find the flower first, right? Yeah, I mean you want to use your camera, no matter from your phone, no matter professional camera, no matter how how your camera how advanced of your camera, you still need a object in order to let you to capture. So this is the first thing you need to do it. Yeah, and so if you want just use the 360-degree camera to achieve this, there's the all people interactions. You can't purely use this technology to do it. It is impossible. You need to incorporate with other technology, and also go back to the point. If you want to do it real time, yeah, it is also very difficult because you want to do it real time and then you want to live it, so you can have the real interaction with the yoga with the teacher, with the yoga class teacher, and it already very difficult because you know if you want to record down the video, this is already uh because you need to upload it. You need to upload it because you are going to live, right? So it is you are using your bandwidth. You're using your bandwidth ability to kind of like record down and live it and share it to everyone immediately. Yeah, at the same time. And then you see nowadays the live video, it requires very high a very high bandwidth and also the stable internet connection. Otherwise you can't do it.
Yeah.
So first you need 5G. This is compulsory. You need 5G. I'm not sure 5G is enough or not. Yeah, I hope enough. Yeah, if it's enough, and then you can live a 360-degree cameras.
Yep.
And you can interact with the yoga class teacher and also the student who attend the physical class. But they cannot see you. You can see them, they cannot see you. Right? And this is a one-way interaction actually. Yeah, of course you can incorporate with other technology, for example, like the voice. The voice, for example, now a lot of game, even though the mobile game, you can turn on your speaker, and then you can turn on your microphones, and then you can speak. Yeah, even though you don't have a headset, yeah, you just have a phone. You can play the game at the same time. You can communicate with your teammate, yeah, with your friend. So it is also a breakthrough. It's a technology breakthrough, and I think mainly is because of 5G. I mean mainly is because of the bandwidth. Yeah. And initially, maybe 3 or 5 years ago, when they want to play the game together, they need to come together, you know. Yeah. They need to come together and play the game together, and then they speak and other people can hear. Now they don't need. Yeah, they can stay at their home, and then they can play the game, and then they can speak to each other. Yeah, and it's very powerful. And so, yeah, you need to incorporate with other technology. Yeah, so the voice, but how about the image? How about your identity? How can people see you? You can see other people, but how can teacher see you?
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, just now you mentioned that if, let's say, the yoga case, the student didn't attend at the physical place. And uh, is it really impossible that student that is absent from the physical place uh, uh, couldn't be appear in the uh, in a 360-degree video? Um,
Think logically. You think
uh,
logically and you answer me the question, how is possible?
because the student also have their phones, right, with them. And
Mm-hmm.
let's say we are using Zoom, and then we can see that they have some technology to remove the background and to just uh, see see the person only. So if let's say the student have got two phones, one at the front, one at behind, and if it is possible to capture every degree of the student, then um, yeah, but it may require uh, more advanced technology from now.
Okay, and you and how do you place your phones? How do you place your phones? Place in front of you, place at the back
What
of you, at the right side, at the left side, or at the top of you. How your phone camera capture your image?
um yeah, I know it's difficult, but it seems like not impossible. Also for the Google
No,
Map,
you mean no, you.
they,
I know. Sorry, I have to tell you. Google Map using the satellite,
yeah,
using a satellite capture from top down,
yeah, top down.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and then it can see everywhere. And then how do you put your phones? You need to put, and also,
far enough.
and yeah, and then if you want to achieve a circumstance at which everyone phone can have the Google processing and also the Google satellite camera ability,
Mm,
this is too far from now. Maybe you need maybe 20 years innovation in order to in in order to bring the what's it called in Chinese? It's called 晶体. It's something like the I'm not sure whether it is called a transmitter or called a conductor into a very very small size. Maybe you need 0.0001 nanometer. Now the Apple achieved 5 nanometer. Maybe you need so little size of the conductor or semiconductor 0.0001 nanometer, so you can incorporate with your small devices, and then everyone are able to bring the small devices to everywhere. Everyone are able to do so advanced thing by using just the small device, which is their phones or other device or other electronic devices. Too far from now, and I would say uh, this is not what we're going to do. Yeah, we have better way.
mm, yeah.
We have better way to achieve the same uh the same thing you described just now, but not through the 360-degree camera.
Mm,
You don't need to force yourself into one direction, into
yeah.
only one way. Just like I showed you before, if you want to reduce the meat consumption, what you should do is you don't need to force everyone to become the vegans, vegetarians. You just need to improve the VR experience, and everyone immersed in the VR. And if the technology go advanced, we can have the taste. We can experience the taste, and everyone will automatically cut down their meat consumption if the meat price is very high.
Mm,
Mm, yeah. So, uh, yeah, there are other things. There are other technology I know so far. I know can solve the problem, but not through the 360-degree camera.
mm,
And what you say just now is you try to imagine if you place your camera in front of you, even though the camera can capture 360 degrees, but
yeah.
it is from where? It's not from you, it's from the camera side. what the camera see you is they only can see in your face, and then your uh how
The
to
front
say,
body.
yeah, the front of you. It cannot see your back, right? Otherwise, if you want to do that, you need to put two camera. But
Yeah.
how do you make these two camera and then merge them together, and then let the image become like a vector? So you need to turn the 2D image into a 3D image. This is also what Tesla are doing. It try to use the 2D image they capture from the 8 cameras from the car, and then it try to link them together, and then try to use the AI to create a real time and also a 3D site. So a 3D scenes. Yeah, and you know how difficult it have to be achieved. How difficult is it? Yeah, you need supercomputer, and not just one supercomputer. You need so much, many of supercomputer. Yeah, and you need to do it real time. How is
Technology.
what?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they may need more professional technology.
Yeah, and also you need AI.
Yeah.
How is possible consumer can do that at their home?
Yeah. It is not affordable to the public, I think.
Yeah, and I would say within 30 years, you will not see this kind of scenario. Yeah, first is we are not going to focus on this. We are not going to turn the consumer device become the so professional device and everyone need to pay for that. No need. Everyone don't need to do that.
Yeah.
We consumer, there's no demand for that actually. Yeah, and so that means, and this is the first technology breakthrough you have to achieve in order to interaction. And then the second is you need to put yourself in the 360-degree camera of your yoga class teacher at the same time when he or she are doing the live. So you need, you need this is not just, the difficulty is not just by little or by just by few percentage or by few 100%. This is the order of magnitude difficulty. The difficulty is order of magnitude. Yeah, could be 100 times more difficult, could be 10 times more difficult than just use your AI to match your front picture and your back picture together, and then merge it into the 3D, and then it can do in the real time when you move your hands, when you raise your hand, it can automatically adjust and make the 3D object just like you raise your hand. Yeah, this is 100 times more difficult than that, because this is just a static. Yeah, you do it by your own. You can create an AI at your home, and you don't need to interact with other people. You just need to do it, and then you can create the image, the identity, and then the 3D object in the virtual world, and you can see it in your computer, or you can see it in your maybe VR glasses. Yeah, through your VR glasses. But if you want to use it to interact with other people, yeah, this is an order of magnitude difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but how are we going to solve this? Okay, first thing, you can use 360-degree camera to capture the scenes that nobody was there. Nobody was there. For example, like in this in the video you see.
Yeah.
And in the house, and then when you wear the VR, okay, maybe you can see around. And the first breakthrough is we want to use a 360-degree cameras, the result from it, as a prototype. We don't want to rely, or we don't want to use it. We want to capture down the scenes, and then we want to abandon it. and then we want to create it, replicate it into a computer. We want to use computer replicate the environment exactly the same. Every pixel, which means the pixel is it's kind of like the it's kind of like the molecule, it's kind of like the protons,
Yeah.
kind of like the particle of the picture, right, of the image, yeah,
Yeah.
and also of everything, yeah. I mean, everything means maybe the computer game. You see the 3D computer game, and it also is formed by each of the pixels, and then they group it, and then they put it together in a rearrange it, and then let it see. Let your eye see that and feel it is a 3D, even though it's a 2D image, but it can let you feel it is a 3D image. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also the same. And our camera cannot capture the 3D thing. But when the resolution is high enough and we use some AI, some technology, do it, and maybe strengthen the shadow, strengthen some color, yeah, it can make you really feel that this is 3D. And this is how the VR works, and it also this is how how the
3D.
AI, the 3D, and also the AI comes into the games. Yeah. And yeah, so it requires AI, and then so that means if you want to replicate the real scenario, for example, you want to replicate the real Himalaya mountain scenes, and then first thing, maybe you can put the 360-degree camera, or you can use a satellite camera, and then to take a picture of the scenes, and then you try to use AI, you try to use your computer through the code, replicate it in the VR world, in a totally virtual world. And then everyone join into a VR world. They can see each other, just like the computer game. You log in your account, and then you can see your identity in front of a computer, and then you can interact with other people. Although it is not the real person interact with another real person, but it is the 3D object of you that can control by you interact with another 3D object that can that control by another one. But try to imagine now we can see what the 3D objects see. Yeah, you can really control it, not through your keyboard, not through your mouse. You can just use your hand. Yeah, just like the wheel, the WII wheel, and yeah, you can do it through your hand, and then your VR headset or your VR glasses can connect a sensor, and other people can see your body language. Yeah, and then you also can see other people's body language. So this is how we are going to do this. It's not just through the 360-degree camera, and you need to you need to keep improving the hardware, and it's not possible. You need to bring it into the software, use software to solve the problem. And you how hardware has this limitation. Of course, software also has its limitation, but the ceiling is much higher than the hardware, the infrastructure.
The virtual environment is easier than the physical and the real environment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like in the game, when I saw the basketball games, they actually let the players, the real person, the real human, they wear special clothes, and then they put the devices on them, maybe on their hand, on their arms, on their head, every part of their body. It is something like a sensor, and then they try to do some special move, how they walk, and then how they play the board. Uh, they capture all those and then put it in the game. So in the game, we can feel like, oh, this guy move really like uh, with the style of the real person. Yeah.
Mm. And can you play the game actually, or you
No.
just can watch the competition? You can play the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is a game. Yeah, you can like
Mm.
control players. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, so it's happening, and then yeah, but is it through VR? And I mean, or is it like kind of like you are looking at the computer scenes and then play the game?
Yeah, it is just a simple one from the computer, not a VR
Mm.
one. But just
Yeah.
like the person, you can see even they are all animated uh,
Mm.
in the screen, but you can differentiate the different style of different players.
Mm. Yeah. 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 And also, it also you also uh I mean, it also can be addicted. I mean, what I want to say is you can really immerse in that game already, right?
Mm.
Even though you play uh by looking at the computer scenes or the TV scenes,
Yeah,
a bigger scene, you already can immerse in the game. And uh, if you got a point, and then you will feel very happy.
yeah,
And if you lose a point, you will feel unhappy, and you can feel that you really are in the competition.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, even though yeah, it's just a silly guy moving his body at his home. Yeah, and yeah, and try to imagine now you are not looking at the computer scenes. You can look at the scenes uh that like you really play the basketball. You can see the ball. You can see you are controlling the ball. And
mm,
even though you don't need to run, but you can use a certain movement, uh just now the game you mentioned. They also don't need to run, right? In order they don't need to really run in order to
yeah.
let the 3D object in the game run, right? They just need to maybe shake their hands, or maybe use some buttons
Yeah,
controlling by their finger like
mm,
this. Yeah, and they can control it.
yeah,
And even though you still need to do it in the VR world, but the user experience is also improved 100 times already.
mm, yeah,
Yeah, because our brain is so amazing. Our brain can really let us immerse into something.
mm,
Mm. Yeah, plus the sound, plus the sight, and even though you still need to use your finger to control it, but you can really feel that you are running. And
mm,
maybe sometimes your brain will really think that you are exercising.
mm, yes,
And also maybe the food is so real, and then when you eat it, even though you didn't feel the taste, there is no sensor to interact with your brain directly and then touch your brain sensor and then let you feel that let you taste it. Yeah, it requires technology breakthrough. Yeah, and
mm,
it's
yeah,
a very difficult thing. Yeah, nobody will uh nobody would deny this fact. It
mm,
really required a very massive improvement and a technology breakthrough. And this is
mm,
how the Neuralink, one of the company of the Elon Musk, are going to do.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, the company is a pioneer leader in this area. And but try to imagine, even though we don't have a sensor to, and we are not fully understand how our brain function, how our brain work, we
yeah,
cannot find a sensor to touch the brain and then to let you really
mm,
taste it. But what if we know how to censor, how to interact with your dopamine? We know because now we already know the part of your brain that control the dopamine. and we already can control it. We can censor it because the scientists nowadays doing a lot of experiment on the mice, and it kind of like interact, and it kind of like set, it kind of like activate and then activate the dopamine of the mice in the brain. It already can do it, and then the mice will feel happy. And what if it comes to human, and then when you activate the dopamine at the same time you eating the food, how you feel like, how your body will feel like? You will link, maybe I say maybe your brain will link the dopamine to the taste. You know, your brain do the part by itself. Yeah, and one thing I don't know whether you know, the thing we are seeing right now, okay, the scenes we are seeing right now is actually not the reality. It's actually our brain process the information and make it like make the reality become more visualized. Okay, maybe actually the reality is just like what you see on the Mars. Yeah, there's nothing and there's no color. Yeah, there's no color. And yeah, so but your brain can process it and maybe put a color on it, so you are able to visualize the thing and you can differentiate the thing. This is what your brain does. And
Yes.
and you can try to see uh there's some picture on internet which is kind of like cheat your brain, and actually maybe two of the picture they are the same color, but you see it's different color.
Yeah.
Right? And also
Yeah.
maybe the static image, the image is moving, but actually it's image, it's not going to move, right? But your brain think it's move and you see it is moving. And also some of the shape will move. Yeah.
Yep.
And and some of the shape make you think it's a 3D, but actually is on the image, is a draw on the 2D image. Yeah. Your brain will process this information and turns it, allow you to understand the thing, and allow you to differentiate the thing, to maybe to avoid the danger. Yeah. To do something better for the gene and avoid something terrible for the gene, to keep the gene survive, something like that. And then, so what I want to say is maybe we can just touch your dopamine, activate the part of activate the part of your brain that control dopamine, and then every time you eat something in the VR world, and then your brain do the rest by itself and really think like you are eating the mango, really think like you are really eating the beef, maybe the very high class beef. Yeah, it's possible. I would say it's possible based on our current scientists studies.
Yep. And for this one, I think I have got a few example which we can apply on. Let's say the vision one. Just now you say our vision is just something just like the product of the processed image from our mind, right? From our brain. Yeah. For example, when you watch your clock, when you see your watch on your hand, if you are not using those digital watch, you are using those analytical one, yeah, which has the hands, the hours hands and the minute hands. The first few seconds when you look at the second hands, then you found that it actually stopped longer, right, for the first second.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can feel
actually,
that.
yeah, actually,
Sometimes
that
can.
is a delay in our brain. We actually create a delay image. Yeah, but in the reality, it actually moved, already moved. But in our mind, we just like not enough time to process, so uh it hang there for for
Yeah,
longer time.
yeah.
Mm,
And our
yeah.
brain will create an image for itself.
Mm,
And try to imagine when you are driving the car and then you look around, you look around, right?
yeah.
And then can you really see something at your right hand side and your at your left hand side at the 180 degree, or maybe the range between let's say like uh between like 160 degree to 180 degree? Can you really see that? If you try
Mm,
to feel it right now, can you really
yeah.
see that? You can't see it, right? But you can, but you can see the image there is a little bit blur, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a
Yeah,
structure, right?
yeah,
It has the structure there, but
yeah,
not
yeah. And also
detail.
there's a color, right? There's a
Yes.
color. And
Yeah.
this is your brain actually using the information, which is the thing you are seeing in front of you, and then it try to process the image. It try to process something which can match it.
Mm,
And also, yeah, the book I read, the brain, it also say that actually our brain is not just purely rely on our eyes
mm,
to which is what we see is not the reality.
mm,
Actually, our brain, there's one part which it will automatically create an image first.
mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and based on our sensor, for example, our touch, the taste, yeah, and then based on maybe the temperature, everything, uh, uh, the sound, the smell, everything, every other sensor, and it will create an image first. And then when you see something, and then your eyes uh, uh, push the information to your brain, the part, and then the part of the brain which process the information will try to see whether the information the brain process is match
Mm,
what the eyes, what the information you receive. And if yes, it will just returns, it will just returns. Yeah, so it is more efficient for your brain. Yeah, and
mm.
then you don't need to always use your eyes and receive the information back to your brain. And then one of the story in the book is one person is blind. Yeah, blind at a very young age, and then he used his sensor. He used the other sensor to feel the world.
Mm.
And after 40 years later, the technology are able to cure his blindness, and then he do some operation, do some surgery, and then he recover his eyesight. But he couldn't adapt the real world. He couldn't adapt it. Yeah. And sometimes when they need to make judgment, when they need to do something, they close his eyes. Yeah, he closed his eyes and use his other sensor to
Mm,
feel it, and then to do something,
mm.
because the body, the brain already adapt how how to react, how to do the thing without
Yeah.
using the information received from the eyes. Yeah,
Mm.
and now you add up the eyes, and then the additional information is nothing useful for the brain. It is just a burden to that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
this
will be
is mm,
radical change to her, right?
yeah, to him. Mm. Yeah, so yeah, this is very, very amazing. The brain, our
Mm.
brain.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in simpler term, it is like our brain is uh absolutely capable to generate illusion
Yes,
instead of according to what we see. They actually have the ability to generate illusion. So
right.
yeah, what you want to say is if we have the technology to control our brain, then actually we can like generate any illusion we want to see or any taste we want to feel. Yeah,
Mm.
anything we can make it.
And we don't need to control the brain. We just need to do the first part. Yeah. And then the second, we just need to do the first half part, first half part, and then the brain will do the second half part.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and actually, I kind of think of drugs. Yeah, people take drugs. I mean, those illegal one. They actually want to. They're addicted, and then it's also something related to dopamine, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so I think maybe with this technology, uh, yeah, the drugs will change. Yeah, maybe because
Mm.
drugs are expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe this technology become more common, then maybe they switch to
Mm.
technology.
Yeah. And also you can see now, uh, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, people addicted to the drug, addicted
Mm.
to the
Cigarette.
maybe cigarettes, and maybe addicted to the alcohol. But nowadays
Yeah.
you see the young people, actually majority of the young people know that it is bad to our body, right?
Yeah.
And most of them will not going to try it. Yeah. But actually one of the I think one of the contributor helping this massive improvement is actually we have other tools, we have other things that allow us to immerse into, and
Mm.
also make us addicted already, and we
Mm.
don't need other things to make us addict. This is just a change of the thing. Now we
Mm.
have TikTok. Mm. We don't need cigarette, we just need the phone and the TikTok,
Yeah.
and the young people can stay on the page. That means can stay on the apps all day long.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some many of my students they like to play games.
Mm.
Yeah. Some of them wait until I really come to their house, sit in their room, then stop playing the games and
Mm.
listen to my class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also now you can see many girl is also starting to play the game, right?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Initially only boy play the
Are
game.
you seeing your girlfriend?
What?
Yeah. Are you referring to your girlfriend?
No, no, no. She don't like to play the game.
Oh.
Mm. Yeah, and because nowadays, when I take the MRT, I take the train, I can see some of the girls are playing the game, not only men. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this technology is yeah, it's definitely the trend. The VR technology, the metaverse is definitely a trend. Yeah,
Yeah.
undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything on to add in?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah. Talk to you tomorrow, Eric. Goodbye.
Bye.